Hello everybody, David from Flash by Vcyclenut. Next exhaust up for testing on my 2024 MT09, as you can see, is the Toce. And I tested the Toce system on my GSX-8, was very happy with it. Was really happy over the last year or so that I've had more interactions with Toce themselves. Guys are really cool guys, American company, really working hard to improve their products and make a great exhaust. So anxious to test this on my 24. You can see that it came with some exhaust gaskets, which is nice. Nice little black coated bracket. And I've assembled the header on my bench. That went together pretty easy because the tubes were all numbered. And weighed in at 8.2 pounds as opposed to almost an 8-pound savings over the 16-pound stock exhaust. We know Toces are loud. Toce is loud. They were out of stock on the DB killer, so I won't be testing that. But we'll be testing it without the DB killer and get some sound levels for you, some dyno runs. I'll get my street tuning started, and we'll get a review for you guys. So far, I like it. A couple things I forgot to mention that I wanted to point out. One is it comes with a bung for a wideband O2 sensor. It also has an adapter, so don't worry, you don't need to buy anything extra if you're not tuning. But for me as a tuner, it always kind of drives me a bit nuts when an aftermarket exhaust only comes with a narrow band and I got to run an adapter in it. The other thing I like is the location. Some of the newer exhausts on the new gen bike, they have the bung like right at the collector. It's not a good mix of all 4 cylinders. So sometimes I can get, or all 3 cylinders in this case. So sometimes I can get weird readings, and I really like the fact that it's a little bit farther away to give me a better reading. It also came with an O2 extender, so nothing more to buy for all of us US market bikes. With only one O2 sensor, we are all good to go. European bikes or whatever bikes that you guys have, if you have 2 O2 sensors, you're going to have to figure it out through tuning and turn off the O2 sensors because there's only bunk for one. So I'm about halfway done putting the Toce exhaust on my 24 MT09. I did take this bracket all the way off just to make it easier to get to the bolts. And I did take the header apart one at a time and put the middle tube on first, then the closest, then the farthest. They are only hand tight, really important. Don't tighten the header down until we get everything else on. So now I'm gonna slide the collector on and get the other pieces done. So far, pretty easy.
Yep, it's loud and sounds gnarly, but it's really light and really makes good power. Wait till you see. So here's what my 24 MT09 made stock. And here's what you get if you just bolt up the Toce exhaust with no tuning. If you're one of them odd people that feels like this is a good answer for your new bike with the new exhaust, you do get more area everywhere under the curve. And bike ran decent with it, and not great, but it did run okay. You wouldn't hurt anything, and just you'd be leaving a lot on the table. And let's show you what you would be leaving on the table. And wow, did this pipe really respond to tuning. I'll compare it to a couple other pipes, but man, we just missed 119 horsepower. Flash added another 7 horsepower, 3.5 foot-pounds of torque. And speed limiter removed, lower fan temperature, smoother, better throttle response, just more fun. Look at that thing hold on to power now. Just a completely different animal. So yeah, let's take a look at what it compares like from where we started stock. Look at that area under the curve. Are you kidding me? That is just nuts. What do we got? 11 horsepower, 6.5 foot-pounds of torque. Just better everywhere. So one of the industry standards people always like to compare exhaust to is the Akrapovic. So let's see how the Toce exhaust did against the Akrapovic. And what do you know? The Toce exhaust beats it almost everywhere. What's that? 3 horsepower, a little bit more than 2 foot-pounds of torque more, but area under the curve, it's just better everywhere. So yeah, the only difference, the only negative that I could see some people would think is how much louder the Toce is. So if loudness doesn't bother you, Toce exhaust is a very good choice. My previous exhaust that made the most power so far that I've tested has been the Yoshimura. Let's compare them directly. These are closer on the top end number. I mean, 118.93 to 118.95. We'll call that a wash. But you can see that the Toce actually has 1.5 more foot-pounds of torque and better area under the curve in most places. So both of these are pretty loud. The Toce is definitely louder, but this is quite quite nice results from the Toce. Some people really need to update their opinion and get out of what it was 15, 20 years ago and get up to date with the Toce. They perform well. This exhaust is light, works, and it's not super expensive, so definitely a good choice for those that like a louder exhaust. So thanks guys for watching. Remember, hit that subscribe and like button for more motorcycle related content. Head over to vcyclenut.com for all your 2024 MT09 performance needs. Peace.